So this is another video in the series of videos that talks about things that I do to help me improve my French. I have the one video that kind of goes over everything briefly, and then I said I would break down different items in smaller videos. So this is one of those videos of the broken down information. In this one I talk about music. Music is definitely a great tool for learning a language. And for me, it's awesome because I love music. I mean, I love music. I have like 19,000 songs on my iPod in every genre. I mean, literally every genre that you can imagine. I've played the piano, I've played the saxophone, I've played Javanese gamelan. I studied musicology in college. I love music. I go to concerts all the time. I love music. So it's an ideal way to learn a language. I've always had French music in my library. Having taken French for 9 years, you learn some songs while you're learning, usually old stuff. So I actually have some of that stuff. Like I have some classics like Ne me quitte pas. I almost called it C'est une chanson, but Les Feuilles Mortes. I think it's like Jacques Brel or something. What other songs? Tous les garçons, les filles, François Hardy. So I have like classics like that in my library. Those are things that we learned in school. But I also have purchased other French music as the years have gone on. So I'm going to talk about some of that music here and then give you some tips on what you might be able to do to actually learn the language from it. So probably, besides the individual songs that I have, this is probably one of the first CDs I purchased. It's MC Solar, Le Tour de la Question. This is a rap album. I don't know if this is a compilation album or what, but it's 2 CDs in here. And I basically bought it for one song that we probably learned about in school, but it's called Nouveau Western. That song is hype. So it was worth it. But there's other good songs on here. The issue with this is that rap is probably the most difficult thing to listen to try to learn a language and understand because it goes so quickly. And they use a lot of slang and you don't learn that stuff in school. So if you want to learn slang, it might help you with that if you can understand it. So I listen to this sometimes, but not a lot in comparison to other music because I still can't understand half the stuff on here. But Nouveau Western, if you don't get anything else, get that song. Other CDs that I've bought over the years, I don't know if people remember, but there's a group called Les Nubians. And they actually, it's 2 women. I don't know if they're related or not. I can't remember. But they actually had a song that got played on the radio here. Completely in French, but it had a nice beat. So it got played on the radio here. It's called Makita. If you play it for people, they might even remember it. That was in the, I think that was in the 90s sometime. I don't know when this record came out. 1998. So this is their first album in the US, I believe. It's called Les Nubians. Princess Nubian is the name of the record. There's the CD. And this has some good songs on here. First of all, Makita is a good song. Everybody liked it, even people who couldn't speak French. So you know it's a good song if it's that. Their stuff's pretty easy to follow too. On this record anyway, they do not sing that fast. A lot of the songs are kind of chill. This is like an R&B record. For me, I can sing some of these songs. I know the lyrics to some of these songs. I mean, it's been many years, so by now I should know the whole record. But this is okay record if you like this kind of music to start out with, I think. Some of the best songs on here. My favorite song on here is Demain. Very easy to understand. There's a remix of it on here too at the end. Other good songs, Sourire, There's a Sade remix on here, Taboo, Embrassement, Voyager. Basically, the whole record is good. This is a good record, actually. But those are some of my favorite songs. But Demain, that's my favorite song, period, of theirs. So that's Les Nubians. And they had other records. I'm not sure if they've had a record since then, but this was like the second one. I don't know what it's called. It's not on here, but there's CD. And this one is cool. I have to say that I like the first one better. But this is still a very good record. It has Kweli on it. You can't go wrong with that. It also has a song on here for people like me who love music. It's called Je veux de la musique tout le temps absolument. So it's like I want music all the time. So that's like a song for me. But there's a lot of good songs on here too. I think this one was a little more difficult for me to understand, but it's still a good record. But if you're going to get one of them, I say get Princess Nubian. So in this day and time now, I do not buy CDs really much anymore. I mean, every once in a while, and usually only because it's cheaper, which is not common. I basically buy music off the iTunes store or the Amazon digital store. I am adamant about not stealing music, so I pay for my music. I paid for those 20,000 songs. So I bought French songs here and there. I have things like just random stuff, not usually records, random stuff. I have things like Tiliki, Ne me laisse pas seule ici from Hotel Rwanda. Beautiful song. Maybe not that easy to understand, but it's a beautiful song. I have some Amadou and Myriam. They are a blind couple that sing in French. So I have some of their music. I have some Angelique Kidjo. I actually have those records, but they're not completely French. It's just some French songs on them. Oh, I almost forgot. So in another movie, in another video, I talk about movies that I like, and one of the ones I mentioned is Les Choristes, which is a movie that's in French. It's actually technically a British movie, I believe, but it's in French. It's a great movie. I'm not going to talk about it here because I talk about it in that, but one of the big things, the movie is about a chorus. It's about a singing group at a home for problem children. So there's a soundtrack to this movie. Buy that soundtrack. That movie is a feel-good movie. So the songs are feel-good songs. It's a feel-good track. And I literally listen to that soundtrack every day for at least an entire year. Not because I was trying to learn French, but because it's a feel-good record. I was going through a tough time at that time, so what I would do every morning when I got to work was listen to that CD, and I felt infinitely better. But point is, the songs on that CD are actually pretty easy, I would say. Most popular one, Vois sur ton chemin, Look to Your Path. And I also actually have a copy of recording of that song that I recorded off television of Beyonce singing that song. I love Beyonce. And it was the year that she sang almost all the songs at the Academy Awards, and that song was nominated. I think that movie won some Academy Awards, but not for the song. So I have a version of her singing that song, even though it's not the best because she pronounces some words wrong and things like that. But still, it's pretty cool because she is a good singer. So I have those things. I also have a record that was really cheap on Amazon one time. It's a compilation record of a famous French singer. I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but it's Edith Piaf. It's like Edith Piaf or something. So it's really old style music, but it's a lot of songs on that CD. So sometimes I listen to that. But like you can see from what I've been talking about, with the exception of Les Nubian and MC Solar, are pretty much kind of old music. So this year, with my whole quest, I decided to update a little bit and get a little bit of newer music. So some of the music that I got some Amel Bent, I got Gemini, the record Gemini. I got some Vita. I got the record Ici et Maintenant and A Fleur de Trois. I also have a couple songs by, I think it's, you say, Gage. He has this song with Vita called Tu peux choisir. That's a pretty good song. So I have some Gage songs. I have songs from an artist called, I think it's Dijany. It's Djany. There's a song called Paroles en l'air and a song called Jeux d'enfant. So I have a couple songs from her. And I have a song from Maître Gims, I guess. Gims. Est-ce que tu m'aimes? So I updated a little bit and it got a little bit more recent stuff. So one suggestion here is first to listen to it. You get to hear the words. Now, listening to music in the language is different than listening to people speak the language because they will stretch out the words or say them differently to fit the music and fit the song. So it's not going to give you proper pronunciation all the time. But still, it can help you learn words. One thing that I actually got this idea off Fluent U is listen to the song a few times. So you listen to it first, and then the next, maybe a couple times, then the next time you listen to it, you actually try to write down the words of the song, the lyrics. They call them paroles. So if you're looking online for them, that's the next step, paroles. So you try to write down as much as you can, and then you look up the paroles online and see what you got right. And then you can usually find a translation, or you can try to translate it yourself. I don't know about that too much. I mean, I did it a little bit. It is helpful, but kind of takes the fun out of listening to the music to me. And I already know that if I really like some music, I will learn it. Like I said, I know this Les Nubian music. I can sing the man to you, as well as a few other songs on there. And I know what it means. And, you know, it's weird. Like, one thing I was thinking about Makita, people probably like it only because of the beat. But if you listen to it, it's a pretty good historical, proud song about the Queen of Sheba and about, you know, how they embody her and that kind of thing. So it's actually got some, you know, knowledge in the song, but most people probably do not know that because they just like it for the beat. So key thing here is to find music that you like. Don't just get music that, you know, hey, this is in French, let me try to, no. Find out whatever genre of music you like the most. Like I said, I have music of all types, but it looks like mostly I've only gotten R&B and rap and French so far. And that's just because it's been the easiest for me to find. But, you know, find whatever kind of music you like and then look for popular artists in that genre, and then, you know, find actual songs that sound good to you and then use those to try to learn. Don't just grab something, you know, grab some stuff that sounds good to you. So that is a must do to help you learn the language. It should be fun for you if you like music. Like I said, almost everybody likes music. So you should be able to find something in it that you can enjoy and maybe learn a little bit with. But also, I petition all of you to make suggestions to me. Like I said, I love music. I've said it like a billion times. But I haven't really collected that much French music. So, like I said, I love all genres. If you know just some good music, whatever genre, recommend it to me and I'll check it out because I do love music regardless of what language it's in. So definitely find some music, listen to it. It's something you can do while you're in your car, while you're at work, you know, and then when you get home, maybe you can do the writing down and all that kind of stuff. I know Fluent U has some lists of like best songs to learn French, so I ran across one of those, and it had some. That's how I learned about Vita. They had the song Ma Sœur on there, which I don't think is that easy to learn, but you know, there are other songs that I can't understand better that she sings. So, you know, you can look that way to find songs, or you could probably get on the French Amazon site, that kind of thing. But just find some music that sounds good to use in a genre that you like and listen to it. That will help you learn the language. Like I said, I could sing some of this Les Nubians, and it's just because I got this CD and I listened to it all the time when it came out, and, you know, started to understand the words and hear it. So music, try it out.